fish right by the pier. So this marina, ooh, good crappie. So this marina had redone its piers. And yeah, now those pilings are all steel here. They used to be wood. I'm not gonna keep that guy, but good sign. Okay guys, welcome back. Anybody new here? Thanks for joining me today. As you guys can see, I'm on a crappie mission today. And yeah, I'm in a harbor that I fish usually early season every year. Sometimes I get lucky, sometimes I don't. As you guys can see, hopefully this is one of those lucky days. There are some very, very large crappie that swim in here for a very short period of time, and I'm trying to capitalize on it. The water temp is only 50 degrees right now, and yeah, I think those fish are sitting on these steel pilings that are new. This marina has redone its piers, and yeah, I think we're gonna have a good day. So thumbs up. Hopefully that wasn't a fluke. I'm just using my crappie scrub. I bought a bunch of these like 5 years ago, and yeah, I'm still going through them, and using it on my Apex Elite Ultralight. If you guys seen my other crappie video from this year, this is my go-to panfish setup for super early spring. I got this is 4-pound test on here and a 1000 series reel. I'll link everything in the description again. If you guys are new here, I link everything down below to help you guys out, and it helps the channel out. So it's a win-win. But I'm gonna see if I can catch some decent ones today. If I get some 12s, I'm gonna keep them for fish fry. I want like 5 or 6 12s. So what I was talking about is there's the metal feet on these piers, and this marina has just redone this in the last year. So I don't know if I actually fished here last year, but the metal in the springtime warms up the fastest, so it's the easiest place to target stuff. I didn't even know that they had done that. I knew they replaced them. I didn't know they made them steel pilings. So just kind of casting around and seeing what's sitting next to them. I mean, I got a lot of them to cast by, so it's a lot of potentially good spots. And always make like 5 or 6 casts around each one, so it'll occupy your time for a little bit. But if you do it right, get a bunch of fish. For those of you guys who want to support the channel, just remember there's merch listed below. And if you're new here, there's merch listed below. I got some bags, and then those of you guys that are paying attention, I'm going to tell you right now as an exclusive, if you're actually paying attention, I have a unique new merch thing that I haven't dropped yet, but it is live. I haven't even got any of myself yet because I haven't had the money to order some samples and stuff like that, but I think it's going to be a good one. So if you're interested, go check that out. It'll be linked in the description below. Another one. That one's a little better. Are you a keeper? About the same size. Let's see. An 11. Oh, it's tempting. Okay, so I caught 2 so far. If I can catch one more, I will start keeping them. See if there's any more. The upside about crappie fishing is usually there's a couple of them in an area, so hopefully that's true for this boat lift. That guy was just kind of in the middle of everything, so I don't know if I pulled him away from it and he hit it, or he's just cruising through. But because he was there, I will make a few more casts to the same spot. What are you? It felt like he hit it, whatever it is. But I'm gonna guess he didn't hit it. One thing you will always do in the spring in the harbors is run into carp. If you're in the United States, spring harbor carp, it's a guarantee. I'm gonna guess the carp are up by the surface over here. And he broke me off. It was only a matter of time. Oh boy. Good thing I have extra baits. That is a school of crappie. Not big ones, but I've been looking for them all day. Now I just need to see if I can stay off of them and make some casts and see if I can get some bigger ones. Okay, so I put my anchor down behind me here because I was drifting and I caught that crappie out in no man's land here. I figured I'd make a few casts before I got to the piers, and he was just kind of suspended out here. So the trick is with crappie is you don't want to float over the top of them. So I'm gonna make some really long casts and hope there's a bunch of them in here. There's one. Switched it up to the bobber technique, and that's the first slab of the day. That one might actually be too big to keep. Nice, probably 12-incher. Let's see. Yep, exactly 12. Exactly what I wanted. Well, here's a chance to teach you guys about a technique not many people actually talk about, and it's kind of funny because this is just an old technique with new stuff. So you put the crappie scrub on, got the little danglies, right? You got a little ripple in the water, and then you just do a single fixed bobber because I'm shallow. I'm only in 4 feet of water here. So I set it about 2 feet down, about halfway down, no weights. So it's just the jig head. And what you're doing is you're sweeping it back. You're just kind of sweeping it back. So what it's doing is it's making it go up and down, and then the waves are keeping it quivering. So it's like a minnow almost, but no live bait needed. It's one of the coolest things that you can do in the springtime. I think you can get away with it most of the times of the year, but yeah, so just cast it out, decent distance, let the bobber stand up. Once the bobber's standing up, you know that it's swung all the way down, and then just sweep it a little bit. The bobber will lay flat. Once the bobber stands back up, sweep it a little bit again. It's pretty simple, and you can get overzealous by moving it too much, but like the wind's literally bobbing it up and down for me. So it's doing all the work for me, and that guy came up below it and crushed it. So let's see if we can get a half dozen of those guys. There's one by that piling. could barely see that thing. It's a smaller one, but I'm gonna have to see what we can put together. There was one under there. They're getting smaller. Okay, I can't keep that guy. But apparently I need to check every pier now. There was a fish on there. You gotta watch for when your bobber doesn't stand up. Oh, they're nice. 11, 12. Good eater. Okay, starting to get cloudy. It wasn't supposed to rain today. But sure as heck looks like it's gonna rain on me. So I'm gonna try these spots that I casted earlier with the bobber technique. See if slowing it down helps me get a couple more fish here. And yeah, try not to get rained on. Of course I'm not recording. Okay, so just a little update because I'm an amateur. I wasn't recording, and yeah, I'm getting blown all over the place here. There's storms coming in that aren't supposed to be here yet, and it's very difficult right now. I don't know what the fish are up to. Crappie are really finicky in the spring, so whenever a front moves through, sometimes they just shut off. But I had one right underneath one of those pilings again. I probably fished another 50 pilings. So it's not been fast and furious by any means, but I have 4 fish right now. I'm gonna see if I can get a couple more before I get rained on here, even though it's not supposed to rain. This guy was just sitting down there with it. I had no idea he was on. And I didn't even set the hook. Probably a 9, 10. That's an eater. It would appear they're pretty much right on top of these pilings right now. Probably because it's getting cold and they're the last warm thing in the water. Just got to make some casts that are very accurate. See if I can get a couple more. There's a good one. Sitting right in front of that one. Oh, no. Get impatient. Impatience loses you fish. I knew he was going to be there too. There was one down there. Down by the bottom. Another eater. I think that's 6. Yeah, maybe we'll do 8. Dude, is that another one? I'll take it. Another eater. Glad I came back for these guys. Something I just discovered. So, I broke my bobber off earlier. You guys probably didn't see that, but when I retied, I wasn't getting bites anymore. So I lowered my bait. I think I'm in 5 feet of water, and I put my bait down like 3.5 feet. So 2.5 feet off the bottom, basically. And it seems like they're just down off the bottom, which is kind of weird because, I mean, usually in really shallow water around pilings and stuff, they're right up near the surface where the warmest water is. But maybe that's not where the warmest water is right now. I don't know. I'm learning just like you guys are, but it's one of those things. Always play with your stuff to see what works, especially if you're not getting bites and you were already getting bites. But I'm happy. I'm doing pretty good considering how cold it is and the stupid front that moved through. I thought the front shut them off. Okay, guys, I don't know what you guys seen last, but it got cold, it got cloudy, and I think it's gonna rain. And it wasn't supposed to. But I ended up with, I believe, 7. I was trying to get my 8th one, but I will do that. That's fine. 7's enough fish for me and my woman. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Hopefully you learned a little bit of something today. I actually remembered to like walk you guys through what I was doing as far as like breaking things down. So I started off casting. I got a couple of them. But knowing that they were in here and knowing the water's still pretty cold, I had to slow it way down. So basically the easiest way to do that is with a bobber. And a lot of people will overthink it and say that like a bobber and a jig and a plastic isn't really going to work that good. You still have to kind of work the bait, but for the most part, it's just twitch it, let it sit. They'll hit it, suck it down. Crappie are pretty easy when they're on. Right now they're off, but as you guys can see, I think I got like 10 of them today. If I would have kept every one of them, I would have got a 10 fish limit today. But hopefully you guys enjoy this one. And yeah, hopefully it warms up a little bit here. I'm looking forward to some more panfish stuff. Comment below, what do you guys want to see me chase next as far as panfish goes? See you guys next time.